Well, hello again. Slightly different idea for a video we're going to be doing this time. If I found a way to actually get my ring light from the corner up there, then I probably would have, but it sadly wasn't really meant to be. It's not really long enough, and I had to do Anyway, so you may have noticed on this channel, what I've decided to do was to actually incorporate a lot of my health related stuff. I regularly update people in terms of what I weigh in the morning and what I weigh in the evening. At some point down the road, I'm actually going to go in a little bit more about the diet. The very basic. I'm going to have to sneeze. Actually, I should blow my nose before we carry on. I promise we'll get to the point eventually. Probably better if we get all this out of my system before we begin. Yeah, that ought to do it. Okay, so what we're going to do today, guys, is that I decided what we're going to do is we're going to do an old army exercise. And you never know, this might actually be trending as some sort of challenge, but if it doesn't, I wouldn't be surprised. But I will say this. In order to succeed in the back half of this year, remember, winter will arrive at some point. The nights will become longer, and whatever we get of the day will be more precious than ever. So therefore, you've got to stand tall and proud. In the words of the famous song, "A peaceful man stands tall." And now, that moves us swiftly on to what we got here. This is a York barbell. It's just like any swords you would actually put on the side of a bar, and basically you would just do some lifting with it. It weighs 4.5 kilograms, or as you like to call it, 10 pounds. And what we're going to do today, guys, is that we're going to incorporate what I'm going to call the Man of Steel challenge. And if that sounds as though it's taken from the fact that there's a Superman movie coming out, yes, it probably does. But with that being said, what are the rules, you may say? Well, 10 pounds will be directly above my head, and I have got to keep it there as long as I can. It's a test that determines dexterity, stamina, strength, and the ability to perform under pressure. And it's a good job that this exercise doesn't really involve that much movement. But what I've decided to also incorporate is that there are no clocks on display at all. So whatever my score is will be determined by the arbitrary number I will put in the corner. The only reference I have to any sort of time passing whatsoever is the ticking. And with all the rules loosely established, here we go. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Okay, stop the clock. Right, okay, yes, that, and if you're, for those wondering, that is literally all the challenge involves. It literally just comes down to, and there are certain, I think at times it's more mental than physical, because you first start feeling it in your back, then you'll start feeling it in your shoulders, and then you will start, I think if I went on for about maybe another 2 minutes, I might have started actually to sweat a little bit. But I think that's what makes challenges like this so daunting and so scary, actually, more than anything else, because you're always under that acute pressure that, well, if you can't take any more, then stop. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I thought I would be able to go a little bit longer than that, but you know what? There's no reason we can't try that again. Maybe tomorrow we'll try this again, and we'll see how long we can go. Because I don't know off the top of my head exactly what my score is gonna be, but I'll have to try it again. Now the reason why I chose a £10 weight is because technically in the army they use a £9 rifle, like a £9 Enfield or Winchester rifle. It's the closest thing I had at hand, but that's just sort of how it is. Now, with all that being said and done, thank all of you guys for watching, and if you'd like to see more, well, there's definitely more coming, because whatever my score was, it couldn't have been any more than about maybe 2 minutes. But we'll wait and see, shall we? So, take care, and bye-bye for now.